So here's a question for you, something you've probably never really thought about. What happens to your entire digital life after you're gone? It's a question we almost never ask, but honestly, it's getting more and more important every single day.
Okay, let's really dive into this, right? We're not just talking about your phone or your laptop. We're talking about the you that lives online. You know, that whole collection of data, memories, and even assets that make up who you are on the internet.
For pretty much all of us, this collection of digital stuff is, well, it's a mess. It's a totally chaotic, sprawling mess. And when we're no longer around, that mess becomes an absolute nightmare for our loved ones. They're left trying to sort through all of it while they're also grieving. And this creates what you could call the digital afterlife problem. All of a sudden, grieving families are forced to become like digital detectives. They have to hunt down and close accounts, figure out how to save precious memories, and try to access important assets they probably didn't even know existed.
But what if there was a better way? What if a professional could just handle all of this for you? You know, someone with a calm, expert hand to navigate the chaos of your digital world after you're gone. This brings us to a really fascinating new idea.
So let's formally introduce this concept, the digital legacy manager. And look, this isn't just someone you give a list of your passwords to. Nope. This is a complete, high-touch service that's really designed for the way we live now. Okay, so this is the key point. Think of a digital legacy manager as a traditional estate executor, but for the 21st century. Their entire job is to manage, preserve, or get rid of your digital assets exactly how you wanted.
And the difference here is what's really important. A traditional executor, they handle physical stuff, your house, your trust funds. A digital legacy manager, though, they operate in a totally different universe of cloud drives, crypto wallets, and social media. It requires a completely unique, super tech-savvy skill set.
So how does this actually work? I mean, in the real world? Well, it's not a one-time thing. It's a really carefully planned process that has two distinct phases, all to make sure your wishes are carried out perfectly. First up, you've got the proactive planning phase. This is where the manager works directly with you, right now, to take inventory of all your digital assets and write down exactly what you want to happen to every single one. And then there's the execution phase. That's when the manager compassionately works with your family to carry out that exact plan.
Let's make this real with a few examples. Let's say you want your Facebook profile memorialized. The manager handles the official paperwork. What about that crypto wallet you want to go to your daughter? They make sure it's transferred securely and legally. Your massive photo library? They'll create a secure archive to share with the family. It's all about turning your specific wishes into concrete actions.
So all of this is building towards a huge opportunity. We're not just talking about some niche service here. This is a response to a massive emerging need in our society. It's creating what you could honestly call a new digital goldmine. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds interesting, I guess, but is there really a market for this? That is a totally fair question. And the answer is a big, loud, definite yes.
The reality is there's a massive and growing gap in the market, a huge gap between our incredibly complex digital lives and the old-school traditional services available to manage them. Let's break down exactly why that is.
So why is this all happening right now? Well, first, we are literally the first generation to live our entire adult lives online. The amount of digital stuff we're creating is just astronomical. Second, a lot of these digital assets, like a popular YouTube channel or NFTs, now have serious financial value. And finally, the big one. Most traditional estate lawyers they don't have the technical know-how to handle any of it.
This really lifts the whole idea beyond just being a clever business. This is about providing a profoundly essential service for our modern world. It's about giving real peace of mind to people and their families.
You know, a perfect way to describe this role is as the trusted guardian of the modern soul. That quote just perfectly captures the emotional weight and the incredible importance of what this professional does. It's really about protecting a person's legacy in the one place where so much of it actually lives now, online.
And a job like that requires a very unique mix of skills. Yeah, you have to be tech-savvy, of course, and ridiculously organized. But just as important, you have to be deeply trustworthy and empathetic. I mean, you're not just managing data, you're handling the most intimate details of people's lives.
So, let's just end with this thought. In a world where our lives are more and more lived online, managing our digital death is becoming just as important as managing our physical one. The real question is, who is going to be the guardian of your digital soul?